Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Folks, let's cover something that a lot of people don't know about or not taking advantage of, and they should absolutely be doing, including yourself, guys. If you have not been doing this, please start now or as soon as possible. I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks on how to do it as well. This is going to be a big factor in the way your account progresses, so don't mess up around with this, guys. This is really worth it. It's something that'll help you progress in the future and help you guys get really rare weapons up, whether they're collab weapons or not. So make sure you do that. But before I go any further, guys, I want to remind everybody, content creator program going on real quick. Let's go over this as usual. Hit that support button, guys. We'll be sending out 7 codes this month, maybe 6. 2 already in the works. They should be coming tomorrow, so they'll be dropping. Anyone who is a supporter, I'll be sending those out to you. And don't forget to join the Discord, guys. Hit that like, subscribe, notifications on. If you are part of the Discord, go to the giveaway channel if you're a supporter, prove that you're a supporter, and then you can have a chance to win $100 to any supporter, $150 to my top 100, and $200 to my top number 1 every single season. I've never failed to pay out. I want to say a big shout out to my top 10, NID 3306, 6 days. Thank you for supporting, bro. Appreciate you. Makuja, the BW Panda, my top number 1 for quite a few seasons. 2687, Darks, 2646, 4053, my legend Jaysto, who's been around forever. Thank you, Jay. I love you. Ryan 3400 and 1150 for 351 days and 527 days. I don't know which one of you guys are capped or whoever, but I appreciate you all. Thank you, everyone, supporting all the way down to the last 2,335th person. Appreciate you guys. Hit that support button. It's absolutely free. It's pinned in every comment section and every single description. All right, let's talk about this. This is important, guys. Super important. And I know a lot of people are not doing this because I've talked to a lot of people in live streams and people are like, hey, Payne, how did you get this? So let's talk a little bit about what I'm talking about and what I'm referring to. You guys know how we had a discussion about collab weapons and not being able to level them up after a certain point, right? Like, so when they're gone for good. Well, that has now changed. I'm gonna explain how to actually go about this and what your best methods are in order to get yourself some collab weapons, plus any weapon of your choice, as a matter of fact, and what you wanna do. So first off, a couple tips and tricks. So for example, the Heimel sword right here, or the hero sword. Sorry, let's call it the hero sword because that's what it is now. That is something that free-to-play players got to A4 for free. Anyone who was pay to win, you're able to buy a battle pass, and with that battle pass, you were able to get yourself the weapon up to, I believe, A10 at some point, right? But A5 was achievable through a battle pass. But besides that, there was no real other way to do it. Now, they have now implemented a place and a certain method of getting this out of the way. Now you guys can see I have a lot of weapons here as a free-to-play player, but not everything is A5 or A10. And the goal here over time is to improve some of these weapons. And I'm going to give you guys my advice on how to do this, some tips and tricks on how to get some of these items and how to push to the max capacity, plus which ones to focus on right now versus what you should do later on. Okay, so very important. All right, so first off, what are the items I'm referring to? So let's go to the shop section here, or sorry, the crafting section here. You'll see in the crafting section, right under this little booklet, there are these little tablets, right? So they're like orbs, they call them. And with the orbs, there's 2 different kinds. There's the hunter orbs with different elements. So you guys can see this is a light hunter weapon. This is a dark hunter weapon. This is a wind, water, fire, and so on. And right beside it, just like everything else in this game, has the Sun Jin-woo icon, which means these are the same things for his weapons. So these orbs are actually used to craft the weapon of your choice. So you guys can see here a mysterious orb imbued with the remnants of a broken shadow. When they resonate with the fire-infused weapon, it awakens their forgotten power momentarily, right? So this is a way to boost and awaken your weapons through the game, and these should primarily be used for collab weapons or future weapons or weapons that you are desperately looking to boost up. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead with this and I'm gonna talk about this real quick. Okay, so first off, you guys can see here the fire weapon fragment materials. For example, in order to get these, you need these weapon fragment selection chests. Now these can be found in a specific area of the game, specifically under the shop section. Okay, so if you don't want to buy them, I don't know if there's actually a place to really buy them, but I'm going to focus on the free-to-play aspect of it, which will take you roughly about 8 weeks because you need 8 of those fragments in order to create one of these. And not to mention, you also need a golden ticket, which you can get in different places, and we'll talk more about that as well too. So first off, the exchange shop section here, you guys can see there's the celebration coin exchange shop, and then there's a weapon material exchange shop. This is where you find it. So weapon materials exchange section has this weapon fragment selection chest, which means it's available to everybody. Keyword, available to everybody. So it's not like only pay to win players have access to this item. We all have access to it. So how do you get it? What is the cost? Right now, the cost is going to be, first off, it's going to be these purple, right here. right here, the mana imbued ingots. Okay, so the way to get these is if you have to melt SSR weapons, and I'm going to give you guys a couple pieces of advice here on SSR weapons and simple ways to do this. So let's just go to Sun Janu. Let's go to weapons here. And you guys can see if I salvage, for example, right? Let's just salvage an SR weapon. Sorry, SSR and SR weapons. My apologies. So both. So your goal here is to melt the weapons you don't need. And this applies not only to Sun Janu's weapons, but it also applies to the hunter weapons as well. Okay, so keep that in mind. So it's both hunters and Sun Janu. Now the beauty of this is it's very easy nowadays to accumulate enough weapons to get many of these mana imbued ingots. Like it's available almost everywhere. And another good thing about it is many of you veteran players have already achieved getting the accomplishments of getting most of these weapons up. And the only real SR weapon we're currently saving for is this one here, the Night Killer, in case you don't have Inoue's Roar, right? For guild boss, etc. But everything else is pretty much a good weapon to melt. So at this point, this is easy. You can do this and get as many of these as you can. So you can see one SR weapon will give you 6 of these. It doesn't matter whether Sun Janu's weapon or a weapon from a hunter. Now, if you go over to, for example, an SSR weapon, right? Let's just say this one, it gives you 30. Okay, now this weapon here specifically is a specialty weapon that was like a gifted event weapon, so that's not going to really give you anything else besides the 30 and these purple tickets. But if you go over to, let's say, a hunter weapon right here, for example, like let's say we do woos, it gives you guys 2 red tickets. So it's your choice the way you want to do this. Now, I personally am not a fan of melting weapons for hunters or for Sun Janu if they're SSR, because you never know what buff will occur, right? And the only time I make that exceptional rule is if the weapon is already A10. We've never had anything past A10, so at this point, I'll melt anything that's not A10. So for example, I have Gogun, he's weapon at A10. I can go ahead and melt this, right? And get myself a free salvageable 2 tickets plus 30. So let's go ahead and salvage this right here. Now, another really good trick here is to do through the guild weapons. So you guys can see, for example, this spear, right? Or where's it? Sorry, the guild spear right here. The True Theme Spear, I have A10 from the guild. This is free to play, easy to do. It just takes a little bit of time, right? And the same with the Phantom Sword. It just takes a little bit of time. Now, if I go back to, actually, let me go back here. Let's show you guys real quick. If I go back to the amount of tokens I have for the next craft of this, I have 97. I only need 3 more, right? So what you can do if you want to do this is up to you. This is actually a pretty good trick. I've been doing this for quite some time to get a hold of red tickets before the new weapon came out, is go ahead and here and buy yourself one of these chests, right? Where is it? Here, right here. Okay, so let's buy 4. We're going to buy all 4 of them. Okay, so the weapon fragment chest, and we're going to buy these tickets. Always buy these tickets, because this is the only consistent source of tickets we get for weapons, and it's always available, so making this process a lot easier for you. I also got to buy these, so because the reset just happened, obviously, yesterday, and a few other things, like I got to get a buff. I think my buff's still active. No, it's not. Okay, so I got to get this Trinity buff, etc., right? So once you do that, guys, and you've collected enough of the spear tokens, what you can do is simply do this. I just use one of these, right? And that's all you need. So let me just quickly find it here. So it's going to give you 10. That's fine. Like, you just use one just to get that over the hump, right? And then once you have that, you go to the crafting section, and then you'll craft this weapon. So if you go here, you can see right here, I have enough to craft it. Once I craft it, because it's already A10, this is a simple way to do this. I just got to go right back into the weapon section, and then you can go ahead and salvage it, because now you will have enough already at A10. You can open this up, boom, right there. And then look, you get 2 and 30. Super easy, super easy way to do this, and it's an effective way because it can happen over time very quickly now, especially because they give you 4 a week, right? So you can get these very quickly if you're not worrying about getting the Phantom Sword. If you're getting the Phantom Blade up, then of course focus on the Phantom Blade as well. But for me personally, like if I'm trying to get red tickets again, I'll just do this, and it's an easy way to accumulate that. So once you've done that, guys, your next step essentially is going in and getting yourself enough of the A tokens to craft. Now, should you craft the Hero Sword? Right now, it's the best support weapon for light. I'm personally holding on to all of mine. You just never know what the next collab is going to bring. Is light in dire need right now for a crazy weapon? No, it's not. Because quite honestly, when you're using light, as Sun Janu, for example, you're going as support because Thomas, Laura, and Gunhee, or whoever else your third, or Cha, whoever is your unit, is more than enough damage to take care of business. So for me, the Hero Sword right now, unless it's really light-related content and I need the light sword in order to beat a boss, which currently there really isn't a need for it, I'm not touching this. I'm going to wait with mine, hold off on it, leave them in the chest, and use them when required, right? So guys, every single week this reset will happen, or is it every week or every month? I'm pretty sure it's every, let me double check. Now I'm questioning myself. Is it every week or every month? Weapon exchange material, 5 days, 7 hours. Yeah. So it looks like every week. So 5 days, 7 hours. So every week you'll be able to do this. So guys, start doing this now and start getting yourself this right away. Like don't front, don't wait, just start doing it now. You need 8 weeks in order to even get a weapon up, or in order for you to get a weapon. And at the same time, don't forget you need those golden tickets. And the best place to get golden tickets right now is of course going to be the simulations section, right? So do your sims. I've got to do mine, speaking of which, and you'll be able to get this gold ticket. It's popping up right here. You guys can see mine's done in 1 day, 7 hours. The next one will pop up. I got to go do mine right now, and get yourself those free weapons, guys, especially as free-to-play players. This is a fantastic opportunity to take advantage of. Do not miss out on this, guys. Start doing it now before it's too late, and then you'll be upset the fact that you didn't do it, and I'll be like, told you guys. All right, guys, remember to like, subscribe. Hope this video helps some of you guys out. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.